Hello. Hey guys, it's been a while since we did a course update. Actually, I mean the last one I did, I think, on was in April 2021. That was like around, yeah, that was like what, 8 months ago. Lots have changed in the introduction to database engineering, and the first thing that changed actually was the title of the course. Uh, there was some misconception that this course is actually an introduction, which is maybe it started this way, but it no longer is. It's no longer the word introduction kind of gave the idea that this course was for beginners, which really isn't. If you don't know anything about database engineering, this course is really not for you. You should really take a beginning course, understand how to write SQL, how to connect to a database, how to model your basic database. This course actually teaches you the fundamentals of database engineering, which is a little bit. It doesn't mean it's an introductory course. Does that make sense? Because when you actually go into the work environment and you work with databases, most of the time you don't understand how databases work. You just, hey, I executed a SQL and it gave me the result, but you don't know how it works, right? You might think you do, but you really don't. Especially when you're really young and you don't know really how things work behind the scenes. That after the fact that you actually know how to talk to a database, how to build a simple table, build a simple app and talk to a database, retrieve some result, display it, then I think this course is for you. At least know the basics and the basics of programming with databases. Then this course becomes for you, because now then it becomes this pivot that teaches you how to appreciate how databases work, how they actually work in under the hood. And when you do that, you will look at your code completely differently. Any query that you write, you're going to ask questions you never thought of asking before, because now you understand how things work, right? So that was the first thing that changed in this course, fundamentals of database engineering. And now we're reaching 40,000 students. Thank you so much for the support. I'm glad most of you like this course, right? And I understand it's not for everyone, obviously, but for those who actually gets benefit of it, I'm really happy that this course actually is beneficial for you. So once you understand these fundamentals, you can see the different sections that kind of cement this idea that, okay, there's one layer that I need to peel, and there's one other layer that I need to peel. So you start with the database internals, understand what the page is, understand what a rows is, understand what a document is. Yeah, I don't talk as much about NoSQL databases, but by the end of the course, you will actually know how databases work, because nothing is magic. NoSQL is just a name, right, that represents certain workloads of a database. So the fundamentals didn't change. We still need to store data. We still need to plan how to retrieve the data. We still need to understand how to store it and how to retrieve it in an efficient manner. Graph databases, NoSQL databases, relation databases, it's all, at the end of the day, is just implementation details. And that's what the course teaches you here. So yeah, that's the first thing. The second thing is really, I thought it was very important to add a new section that's called Understanding the Database Internals. Because I made a lot of assumptions that most students didn't know, like what is a page and how does a row stored in a page, and how does a disk I/O actually fetches the page from the disk, and how are things stored on disk. These are a lot of assumptions that I made previously that I thought people will understand, but it was wrong for me to basically make those assumptions. So I made a new sections that I kind of added it to the beginning, a very, very beginning, right after the asset section. And this is like the understanding the database internals. And I think really you should watch those before going into the sharding and partitioning and B trees and B plus trees and the homomorphic encryption databases and indexing and kind of indexes is like composite, all that stuff. You need to understand how things actually work, and you're gonna have a lot of questions, which take us to the next point, next update of the course. You guys ask fantastic questions. Most of the students that is in the course watch things, but they don't take it for granted. They say they have more questions, and this is the learning cycle. When you have questions, 99% of the time, other people will have the same question. So you write your question, and I basically answer 99.99% of the questions all the time, right? In this course, right? And as a result, I found some repetitive questions, which is not wrong. That's fine. Repetition is good, right? But then I had an idea to create a new section to actually answer those questions in a video form, in a lecture form. And you guys loved it. So we did 3 so far. I did 1 for the month of October, a monthly kind of lecture, month of October 2021, November, and December 2021, where I pick the most, interesting questions, and I answer them in length in a lecture form. And you guys loved them, and I noticed that you're now asking questions on the Q&A section, which is amazing. Obviously, I'm gonna continue doing that as well. And and the last thing I did is I found that some of you, and I also noticed it myself, that the quality of the audio in some of my older lectures was not on par of the newest ones, like the acid, specifically the acid ones. And so I updated those lectures, right? All the acid, atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. I have recorded them around maybe 2 years ago, so I updated them. So better audio quality and dark theme, because most of you guys are night owls that actually try to learn at night. So you need something that is like easy on the eye. So I tried updating everything into new PowerPoints, all that jazz. The latest and greatest, and I it's a completely new recording, so it's not script. I never do a script, right, to anything, right? So it's a new recording, so you have a brand new content. It's a brand new content, right? And as myself, I learn new thing. I added this new content to this acid section, right? And the atomicity, consistency, and isolation, and anything that I refresh, the course that I refresh, the lectures that I refresh, you get new content with it, which is amazing, obviously. And now you might say, Hussein, but you might have said something in the past that I really need. No problem. I kept an archive section with all the old lectures, so you don't lose anything. Yes, you still have the old archived lecture. You can go back to those, because maybe I said something in that is not in the new lecture. I doubt it, but some people might want to prefer to watch the old lectures for some reason or another. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to make a video to kind of celebrate you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for taking this course. This course has really become really popular. I didn't really expect it. But I'm really glad that you're loving this course. Keep up the great questions, and all the best in your endeavors and your careers, obviously. And happy holidays if you celebrate the holidays. We're going to enter 2022 soon. That will be essentially the second anniversary of this course. I think I built this course in early 2020, if I'm not mistaken. And man, it is completely different than when I started it. So I appreciate you all, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to see you in the next one. Enjoy the course.